suitcases are unpacked. This is all the bits and pieces that we've brought back. It's such a mess at the moment. But I'll just give you a quick look. I've spent 85 and look at all these. I've still got some more in the oven. So I'm really pleased with that. I'm going to keep this up throughout the winter. It's a nice way of doing it. It's saving on energy, it's saving on time, and it's just a lot easier. I don't know why I haven't done it before. Good morning and welcome back to a new weekend vlog. It's been a while since I filmed one of these. We've just come back from Florida. We got back yesterday, so we're feeling very tired. First full day back and we're trying to get organised, so I'll be sharing that with you. I'm expecting a Morrisons order. It was due between 10 and 11. It's currently 10:30 and I haven't heard from them yet. Usually they email about an hour or so beforehand. I haven't had anything yet, so I hope we're going to get our delivery, but we're just going through stuff, organising, getting sorted, stocking up with food. I've made a weekly menu, so I'll be sharing all that with you today. So I really hope you enjoy, hope you're keeping well, and catch up with me. Let us know what you've been doing whilst we've been away. Fill us in on all your news, leave a comment below. So suitcases are unpacked. This is all the bits and pieces that we've brought back. It's such a mess at the moment. We literally shoved it out of the suitcases yesterday, but I've got other bits. I've got like the suntan lotion which needs putting away. We did quite a bit of Christmas shopping, so that's all here as well. This could be my favourite purchase. We bought a big quilt, like a patchwork throw for the bed, so I'm excited about that. And then there's all Aids techie stuff to sort through as well. And we're going to be filming a haul video at the moment. We're obviously wanting to give out gifts that we've bought, so we need to film it before we start giving those out. So we're going to film that today, and then I would really like to tidy up that little lot. If you're new, welcome. And we do have a Disney channel. Aiden and Lisa do Disney. All the excuse me, all the Disney content is over there. So like the haul video and all the videos coming up will be over there. So that little link is below for you. Morrisons have just come. What is the time, babe?
10 to 2.
So instead of coming between 10 and 11, they've come at 10 to 2, which has made no difference to our day whatsoever, as we're here anyway. So that was good. He was very nice. Morrisons delivery guys, I say it all the time, they are the best. I say guys, we've only ever had one female, and she was lovely too. But I'll just give you a quick look. I've spent 85, but I've returned some bits that were wrongly or that they weren't great replacements. So I think in the end I've ended up spending maybe 70 something, but I have bought a lot for Louis, our son, which I'm taking to him at uni tomorrow. Let's do cans firstly. Chopped tomatoes are currently on offer for 39p, and I've got one left in my cupboard, and I always have a good stock, so I have bought 10. Beans and sausages for Louis, nice little snack for him with toast, so he's got 2 of those. French onion soup was also on offer for 99p. So these are really low calorie meals. I can't see because I haven't got my glasses on. I think it's 92 calories, I think, for a tin. And so when we have that, we'll have that as a really low calorie meal sometimes. And it's very cheap. We have 1 tin each.
Per can, 92 calories. Yeah.
92. So what we tend to do, because you know how much I love cooking, I will have sort of like meals throughout the week, but then I have a couple of days where they're really low calorie meals. So that, for example, will be one of our low calorie meal days. And it also then happens to be a very cheap meal. We'll eat it with homemade bread. And that's obviously low calorie and low cost. Kidney beans were also on offer, 85p. I like the ones in chili sauce. What I want to start doing is, I did this before we went away, I've batch cooked. So rather than just cooking like one lot of meal, if I'm doing chili, mostly like crock pot stuff, I'll do 2 or 3 meals worth, and then I'm freezing it. So I think I never used to want to do that because I always wanted everything to be freshly cooked, but I think for cost wise now and using electricity and things like that, it makes sense to do that, because the slow cooker is going to cook it the same, I think, whether I cook for one batch or whether I cook for a couple. So I'm going to start doing that. I've got curry I'm defrosting for today. I've got chili for the next couple of days. I've even got a rice dish in the freezer. I did it all before we went to Florida just to make it easier for me for when we get back, and I'm going to continue doing that. Please excuse everything. Everything is a bit messy today. I haven't washed up yet from breakfast. Chicken goujons for Louis. These were on offer for $1.99. I also picked him up some chicken wings. He loves doing these with like barbecue sauce and that. And I think they were £1 something. Cheap way to eat chicken, and the kids love them. Fillets were, I think these were $5.99. I've got one tray for us, one for Louis, and those will get bagged and frozen. And fish fingers were, I think they were 79p for 10. Medium size, I didn't even check these actually, free range eggs were $1.99 for 12. £2.50 ketchup for Louis. I've made a boo-boo. I've ordered this. I actually ordered Morrisons' own and it didn't have it. It was supposed to be 99p. I've got the 30% less fat replacement. It was $3.75 and I didn't notice it when it came through, so I'm bummed about that. Just one of those things. We love the natural wonky frozen berries. $3.75 for that great big bag. It's 1 kilo. We've got potato croquettes for Louis. And these are actually tater tots. They're in the free from section. They're just potatoes, so that's why they're gluten free, but they obviously haven't got any flour or anything added with them. And they're called mini hash browns, but they're actually like American tater tots. So they're for Louis too. Onto the fresh stuff. Cherry tomatoes, carrots, 45p for this great big bag. Baking potatoes were on offer for 99p for a 2.5 kilo bag. I love the rocket and baby leaf salads. It's such good value. 85p for one bag or two for £1. So that's a no-brainer. We often have those for salads. And we've got limes. These are 99p for 4. And we use these for salad dressings. A really good low-fat salad dressing. We've got white cabbage I use for salads. Cauliflower, broccoli, bananas, sweet corn, and a big bag of peppers. I get through a lot of peppers. Celery for lunches. I've got katsu sauce for Louis. These are 89p a sachet. He loves these. Hummus for lunches. 55p noodles for Lou. Quinoa for us. Juice for Louis. 49p for a packet of crumpets. So I've got one for us, one for Louis. Rice was on offer. These were on offer as well. Louis also loves these. They're 99p at the moment, reduced from $1.39. Onions, they're on offer at the moment, 69p instead of 99p. Pita breads. I always go for the wholemeal ones. They're also a good low-calorie dinner. 69p for Morrisons' own ginger nuts. Got a couple of packs of those. And stocking up on chocolate. I use these Saver bars of chocolate. Sorry, I've got the washing machine on. We've got milk chocolate and we've got dark chocolate. I'll start stocking up on these ready for Christmas. These are 35p a bar and they taste so good, but they melt down amazing. Never buy cooking chocolate because it's just so expensive, and this will do exactly the same thing. So I've got quite a few and I will start getting those now ready for things like brownies at Christmas and rocky roads, and you know what it's like, all the fun stuff. I want to make some cookies today as well to take over to my sister, and I was going to melt some chocolate and dip the cookies in, so we'll be doing that today as well, if I don't feel too tired and decide not to do them. I've also got porridge oats. These are also a real cheap way, £1.29 to make snacks. So I'll make flapjacks and things. Kids are home in a couple of weeks, so I will use those then. And one lot of crisps to take over to Louis, $1.25 for 6 bags. And I've also just spotted a white loaf and a bottle of lemonade for Louis as well. I think actually the majority of that is for Louis. So that's it. That's our shopping for the week. I'm going to go and put all that away, and then we will talk weekly food plan. So we've just chatted and we've decided to have our curry now, even though it's only about 2 o'clock. Also forgot to say that we also had Pepsi on the order as well. I'd forgotten to add that in. Whole tray of Pepsi, 24 cans for $9.50, and 8 white Pepsis, the caffeine and sugar-free. And they were, I think, $3.50 for 8. So here is my meal plan for the next few days. I've started it on Friday because that's when we got back yesterday, and we just had cheese on toast for dinner. That's all we fancied, that's all we ate all day. apart from what we'd eaten on the plane. We got back. Aid, how much did you gain on holiday?
I think about between 4 and 5 pounds.
So let's talk weight gain on holiday. It's expected. We weighed ourselves before we went. When we went away in June, I lost 3 pounds. And how much did you? You were about the same, weren't you?
About the same, maybe a pound or two lost, but yeah.
Yeah. And then this time we have eaten so much more, drank so much more. My mum is a bad influence when it comes to alcohol.
And food.
And food, yes. I weighed myself yesterday. I had gained 6 pounds. And how many had you gained yesterday?
I think almost half a stone, so.
About the same then.
But this morning it was down a couple.
Yeah, we always find that I don't know whether it's because you bloat on the plane and all that, but then you get back in the day that you travel back, you don't really feel like eating because you feel all out of sorts. And the next couple of days I think we will as
down
well.
A bit, doesn't it?
Yeah. So today I'd actually lost 3 pounds. And how much did you lost?
So it's a couple of pounds at least.
Couple of pounds. So I'm only 3 pounds heavier than what I was before I left, and I think that will probably slowly go down. But this is my meal plan for the week. So a veg curry today that's come out the freezer. We're going to have chili cheese fries tomorrow. We've got a busy day tomorrow because we're visiting, going to see Louis at uni and visiting my sister because I've just spent three weeks with her and obviously we're missing her. So we're having the chili, the vegan chili out the freezer. I'll make homemade fries with the potatoes I've just delivered. So we're going to have chili cheese fries. And then what's left of the chili I will turn into chili soup by adding extra veggies, extra tinned tomatoes, extra chili powder, that kind of thing. Was going to be having salmon and quinoa and veg on Tuesday. However, the salmon that I ordered wasn't in stock and they bought me a really expensive one. So I might just do like grilled chicken with veggies and that kind of thing with quinoa on Tuesday. So super low calorie again. And then Wednesday we're having Buddha bowls, which will probably be loads of veg, grains, chickpeas maybe, loads of salad, and super healthy as well. Lots of lovely flavours, lots of lovely textures, and all very good in the calorie and health front. So that is my weekly meal plan. I often find by using smaller bowls, I know it sounds silly, but you eat less. So it really helps with portion control. So I've got rice and my vegan curry that I've made in here. I love these bowls. Holly's boyfriend's mum is a potter, and she made these. Aren't they cute? I can't wait for our first proper meal since being home. This smells delicious. Full of veggies, raisins, sweet potatoes in there, all sorts. Smells really good. And we get to use our trays for the first time. We bought these as our dinner trays when we're being lazy and eating on our laps. These are perfect dinner trays. I nearly didn't get them, did I?
No.
And we loved them. And then I thought, actually, yeah, I went back and got 2 because they are perfect for your knee when you're just wanting to sit in front of the TV. Have we decided we're going to watch American Horror Story? Is that what you fancy?
There's a new well, we're going to either look for the new series or we still got some of the shorts to watch, haven't we?
Yeah, we'll have a little look. We're just fancying a cosy afternoon. We actually said yesterday it's really nice. We flew back on a Thursday, so landed early Friday morning. It's been so nice actually having the weekend to get over things because the majority of the time we'll get back at literally the last day before going back to work or school. And this has felt so nice this time, hasn't it? Just having a couple of quiet days. Today we've got nothing planned. Tomorrow we've just got some family stuff going on. But not jumping straight into work has made such a difference. Not setting that alarm this morning. Although I set it for Morrisons. But it's just felt really nice. I just had a snooze. And now we're going to put the kettle on and bake some cookies. I forgot that I was vlogging, so I'm just mixing up. I'm just going to make some shortbread Mickey cookies. I'm mixing up sugar and butter. So I've been doing that, and then I'm mixing in 400 grams of plain flour. Need to refill that now, and 50 grams of corn flour. So I've taken this from a blog, and I was reading through the comments. Somebody said they replaced the corn flour with custard powder. I thought that sounded really nice. I might actually give that a go next time. Restock the flour ready to go back in the larder, and this has all mixed now to a lovely dough. And then I've got a lovely firm dough ball, and I'm going to roll this out till about 1 centimetre thick. I bought this in TJ Maxx quite some time ago for just 50p. Didn't know what I wanted to use it for, but I knew that I would end up finding out at home. And I just thought, do you know, I'm going to make up some cinnamon sugar. I think that will be really fun. It's something that I add quite often when I'm baking. And so I've started off with a little layer of sugar, granulated sugar, and then I've added a couple of heaped teaspoons. I've actually added pumpkin pie mix that I bought in the States. Pumpkin pie mix is just cinnamon, nutmeg, allspice, ginger, and cloves, ground cloves. And so if you wanted to make your own, you can just mix that together. I'm now going to fill it up half with granulated sugar and then mix it all together. And there we go, our very own pumpkin pie sugar, or cinnamon sugar if you just want to add cinnamon. It still needs to be mixed a little in the bottom there. It smells amazing. For me, it's not just an autumnal smell, it's a Christmassy smell as well. It just smells, it's that warm cinnamony smell. It's just lovely. And I'm going to use this now to sprinkle on top of the cookies. The oven's waiting for me, heated on 180. I'm going to give them a little prick over and then sprinkle over the cinnamony sugar. I was going to go chocolate, but actually I'm fancying more cinnamon. Just going to fill in all the little gaps that I missed, go over a second time. I also dust off the baking paper when I've finished with it and fold it up, and I use it again for my next batch of cookies, so I do reuse it. As I'm making such teeny cookies, this batch has made loads, so I've got some left. I'm not going to make these for the sake of it. I've filled 2 big cookie trays, so I'm going to pop this in the fridge. If I don't use it in the week, I will freeze it. So I want to bake them until they start to go golden like this one. Some in the middle, some of the fatter ones are still a bit pale. So I'm going to take the golden ones off and leave the pale ones and pop them in for a couple more minutes. I need 15 to 20 minutes. And look at all these. I've still got some more in the oven as well. They look and smell amazing. We're going to have these with a cup of tea. Good morning and happy Monday. I didn't actually pick up the camera yesterday. It was a bit of a family day. We went and saw my sister and her family and then went over to Louis. So we had a camera-free day. Today is the first proper day back to work. I have worked every day pretty much whilst we were away, but it's like my first proper desk day. We've taken the car in to be MOT'd, we've had a coffee walking back, Aid's walking the dog, and I'm about to make some soup. I defrosted some chilli that I'd made before we went away, and I had a tiny little bit left today, so I thought I would extend on that and make a chilli soup, but again, I'm going to keep up with making the batches of food and freezing, so it's going to be like a big bumper batch of soup. My personal preference is a veg curry. I prefer vegan curry over meat. Although I love meat, this would be my choice. So I've got an onion, celery, great big carrot, a couple of peppers, and then I'm going to add the kidney beans and chili sauce that I got from Morrisons the other day, the chopped tomatoes that were on offer. I've got 2 tins of those, and I buy these for chilies. I think they're 20-something-p, something like that, from Lidl. When the family are just eating baked beans on their own, they prefer Heinz. But if they're going in something like a chili, it really doesn't make any difference. So last night we finished The Watcher. It came highly recommended, but then I started hearing loads of people, like some friends, saying they didn't watch it because it wasn't very good or they didn't finish watching it. And then I suffer terrible with anxiety, and quite often if I'm feeling quite anxious when I'm watching something, I like to Google it and read ahead so I know what's happening. So it makes it easier for me to watch. Otherwise I feel that I can't watch it. I'm just too anxious. So it's quite often for me that I know the ending of something when I watch it. Sounds silly, but it really helps me and I enjoy something so much more. So I read ahead, I knew what happened. I wanted to know the difference between the actual show and the true story. So I knew pretty much everything whilst I was watching it. A couple of episodes in when it was getting just a bit, making me feel a bit anxious. And then I was reading reviews about how terrible it was. The ending was really bad, but we watched it and it was a really easy watch. 7 episodes and we loved it. So let me know if you've watched it. It's The Watcher on Netflix, based on a true story. As with everything, it's not all true events. Obviously they're going to dramatize it for the show. I found it fascinating. I really did. Let me know if you've watched it and what you thought. There's a few good things coming up on Netflix at the moment, actually. I can't remember. We've got some others that we saw and we've bookmarked to watch. Let us know what you're watching at the moment and what you would recommend. We've also been talking lots about stuff that we want to get done in the house. I want to try and get a few jobs done each month. So I want to buy some paint this week and paint the doors downstairs because they are so bad, to the point where you can't even wash them down anymore because I've had some more carrot. It just doesn't make any difference. So I want to paint the doors, and I also want to replace the plug sockets in the kitchen. Again, it's one of those jobs that I've been wanting done for so long. We've got really old ones. I've also got really big ugly silver metal ones that I had put in when I had the kitchen done about 20 years ago, and again, I really don't like them anymore. They don't go with the style. We had a lot of stainless steel back then, which I want to move away from now, so I'd like to get some new ones of those. I also want to go and get a new bedspread. I want a white one to go in our room with our new patchwork quilt. And I would like to get some dark sheets for Holly's room. She's got white bed linen, but she fake tans a lot, and I'm fed up with my white sheets in there looking like they're tea stained. So I want to keep the white bed linen. I bought her a new set. Oh, just caught my nail. A new set before we went away, and I've decided. I saw in Primark they had some really dark teal bed sheets, and I'd usually go with white in the house, but I thought actually they look really nice, but they didn't have a double size, so I quite fancy that in her room. Dark teal sheets and pillowcase, and then white bed linen on top. I thought that would look really nice. So yeah, so I fancy a trip to Primark this week as well. Let me know what you've got planned. What have you got coming up this week, and what have you been doing? Just chopping up all this veg, and then I'm going to add the tins. This is going to be a very yummy soup and very healthy. I'm also wanting to clean this room a bit today. I think I'm going to lift up the yellow rug and put the blue back down. Poppy is destroying this one with her claws. It's the one rug she hasn't ruined. All our others, because they're wool, she's managed to completely destroy, but she's managed to completely wreck this one as well. So many threads are pulled up, which she's just never done in all the years we've had this one. So I'm going to pull that one up today. I'm going to clean it, and we're going to go back to blue again. So everything's in the big chili pot now. And I've also added 3/4. Each time I've added a tin of something, I've added 3/4 of the water, as well as swirling it around. I'm also going to add a few very big handfuls of lentils. Lentils are so good for you. I think I'm going to add 3 big handfuls. And then seasoning wise, generous portion of, or sprinkling of fajita, garlic, cumin, turmeric, and a sprinkle of chili. I would add coriander as well, but I've run out. These spices smell so good. I'm going to stir all those in. If I had excess fresh tomatoes or tomatoes that needed going over, or any other veggies that needed going over, I would add those. And I'm just going to stick this on the crock pot stand now for 3 hours and see how that goes. Right, the soup is ready. It took about 5 hours in the end for the veggies to go completely soft. It smells delicious. I have added tomato paste, barbecue sauce, and some brown sauce to it, and some seasoning as well. I am now going to top it with cheese. If I had fresh coriander, I'd add that, but I didn't add that to my shopping list this week. This will be yummy. I'm looking forward to this.
It's 2 a.m. and I can't fall asleep.
That worked really well. Good morning, by the way. I have just bagged up 3 lots of chili soup. I'm just showing you there. I've marked it with a Sharpie. But I like to use these Ziploc bags from IKEA. They're really handy. And I reuse them. I wash them up afterwards and reuse them. But the great thing is you can kind of like flat pack them so they don't take up the space like they do, you know, like when I use like glass containers. And then I'm just going to fold these over and just stack them in the freezer like that. And I've managed to, in the end, make 4 meals from that chili last night. I know I had a little bit left from the previous chili, but there wasn't too much, to be honest. So that is 4 super cheap meals that I've made for us. And I've used the ladle because last night I was scooping up and it was like 2 big ladles per bowl, and I've done 3 in each. So I've got just over the amount that I would dish up usually. So I'm super chuffed with that. All made, ready to go in the freezer. And today I'm going to do grilled chicken with quinoa and roasted veg. I'm going to do that tonight, which I'm already looking forward to. There we go. You can really see for 3 meals, that really doesn't take up much space. And that I'm going to pop on top, and you can compare the difference. That's obviously one of my glass containers. That's got a rice, broccoli, cheesy thing. Let's close that a sec. And so you can imagine if there was 3 of those stacked in comparison to these. Coffee is made. We're having a bit of a slower start today, clearing away some of the Halloween decorations. I'm leaving some of the more autumnal ones up, like the pumpkins, and that they can stay a little bit longer. Just been cleaning the hood of my cooker. I'm now wanting to replace the soap. I've got a little Mickey Mouse soap, which is super cute. And it's finally run out. I've been using this in my kitchen since July. So I'm going to go with spiced apple toddy today. It's a Bath and Body Works, and it's a nice one because it kind of like takes us into Christmas. Oh, that's so nice. That would be perfect. So let's test this. I've hoovered as well. I really need to get to work. It smells so nice. I love that smell. Spiced apple toddy. I will definitely look out for that one again in the future. I did share a haul video the other day over on our Disney channel. I don't know if you've seen that. I'll leave the link down below. You may have noticed that we didn't pick up any Bath and Body Works whatsoever this time. We stocked up enough in our previous 2 trips, and I didn't want to buy for the sake of it, so I will get some more next time. Oh, and we came back from Florida and the tomato plants had gone crazy. We just had one, and I mentioned it on here quite some time ago, that Aid had taken half a tomato and just popped it in an empty pot in the front garden. No compost or anything. I think it was just left over from last year that we hadn't used. We never got around to doing the tomatoes, and that was in the summer, and the tomato plant went mad. It grew over the ground floor window, and it was just crazy. And so we got back from Florida and we had all of these tomatoes. This one is the only one that is ripened. And I've got all these tomatoes, which when you think they came from one half-eaten tomato, I'm going to try that next year, but plant them earlier in the season. But I want a recipe now. I've been searching for recipes for a green tomato chutney, so I'm going to use them for that. So let me know, what would you use your green tomatoes for? And have you ever made anything with them? I think I made a salsa or something with them previous years when we had a really late batch as well. But they certainly won't go to waste, that's for sure. And I'm just about to go and clean the hallway floor now, and then back to work. I'm just ploughing through my list this morning. I'm just so late starting. It's now 1:45. Ace just bought me in some lunch, and we're both having, I've already eaten one, 2 Rivitas with the extra low fat Philadelphia cheese, cherry tomatoes with a sprinkling of salt. I did completely get sidetracked by chocolate, and I have ordered 60 of these turtle bars. My sister got us into these. When we were in Florida in June, we bought these turtle bars and we just completely fell in love with them. They're like pecans and with caramel and chocolate, and they are just so good. For one big one, I think they were like $6.50 or something in the parks. And then we started trying to make them ourselves, but obviously they weren't quite the same. And then my sister, just a couple of weeks ago, like a week before we were leaving our trip, said about these turtle bars that she had found and she loved, and they were them in a bar form. We were so excited. So we bought a few of those, but not that many. And then I come home and looked for them, and you know, they're not that much more expensive over here. So, and they do bite-sized ones, whereas the actual packs have 3 in there, and for me that's too many. So we've been sharing like 1.5 each, and I've just found bite-sized ones. So I'm really excited. I found them in the UK, and you can buy them in packs of 10 for $4.99, which I think is quite good, really, considering the whole bars were $1.79 plus tax in the States. Or $3.49 if you buy them at the airport. They're very expensive. So I've just placed an order for those. So we'll use some as Christmas gifts as well. I just hope they're dated well. I did email to ask what the dates were, but they didn't get back to me. And I really wanted them, so I've ordered them this morning anyway. Anyway, today is November the 1st, so I've been doing all my Patreon stuff. I've got my November kit that's going on sale, so I've been sharing all the calendar of events. And we've got loads going on this month. We're Zooming tonight. I've got an online class, and we're talking about stamping, so that should be really fun. We've got an online class next week, and we're doing making leaf embellishments together that we can use on our journal pages. And we've also got, I've got my limited edition Christmas kits. I'll show you the stickers. They are so cool. We're going to be making a mini book together for Christmas. We've got these stickers in the kit and these stickers. And we've also got a really nice stencil. And we've got these stickers, these puffy stickers. And we've got this stamp. There's loads and loads of bits and pieces. Other stickers and embellishments and papers and fabric, really cute fabric as well. Loads of bits and pieces in there, and we're going to be making up a little journal so that you can do like your December journaling as well. So that kit will come with a video, which I'm really excited to do. I still need to do that actually, and the kit's go on sale tomorrow. So the early link, well, the Patreons will get the early link. The Facebook group will get the early link after that, and then they go on sale. So if there's any of those left, I will list them, or I will leave the link here. I've also had yesterday the stickers came for the November kit. I was going to bring them over to you, but actually I will bring you to them. So we've got these for November. The kit is called Sprinkle Joy. You also get these stickers here, little tab tops, and these sticker, no, they're the Christmas ones, ignore me, they don't, it's those. And we get some die cuts as well. So that's what's coming in November's kit, Sprinkle Joy. And oops, also I had a delivery this morning, an exciting package come from Emma, who was watching my videos and saw that my favourite pencil case was well and truly worn, and she sent me one. She said it was lying around and she hadn't used it. I am so grateful. I love the colour as well. It's beautiful, and she's put loads and loads of bits of journaly bits in. I'm so grateful, Emma. Thank you. Really, really grateful. That was such a lovely surprise. You've probably seen my case already. I've had it for so long, and it goes everywhere with me. And because it goes everywhere with me, it's so worn now, but so loved. I love this pencil case so much. I've just come back from the States with it again. Whenever we nip out, and I throw it in my bag. I do it all the time. It's just got everything, and it's really lovely and compact, and they don't sell them anymore. I love it. It's so loved. So Emma, thank you. You have absolutely made my month. I am so grateful, and I will be switching them over. So thank you very, very much. I'm going to eat my lunch. I've still got a few more worky bits I need to do. I need to do some photographs of the Christmas kit. Oh, I need to schedule tonight's video as well. The haul video is going up tonight. And I wanted to get another video done for Disney as well for tomorrow, so I need to edit that at some point. And I've got tonight's Zoom. I should have got up earlier. I just couldn't this morning. I was so tired. I slept for 10 hours last night. It's very good going for me. I tend to be between a 5 and 6 hour person, so I must have really, really needed my sleep. I've just been working on all the artwork for the one-off December kit. We've got these really cute puppy stickers and these little felt embellishments and a really cute stamp. We've got a stencil there, more stickers and fabric and just loads and loads of bits and pieces, and I'll be doing a video to turn this into a December mini book. And I've done all the artwork for the kit as well, so I've been super busy today. I've managed to get loads done. Good morning, new day, new batch cook recipe. Today I'm making a chicken casserole. It's a real basic one. There's chopped chicken thighs, loads of veggies, just what I had in the fridge, and I've just emptied a can of chicken soup into it. I'll add some water as well. I ended up doing, I think I did 3 tins of water in the end. If you wanted to add another soup, you could. I'm going to see how this goes. If I need to thicken it, I'll add a bit of corn flour later. I'm going to add a couple of good dollops of the mustard though. I ended up doing 2 very, very heaped spoons of the mustard. I've added a sprinkle of oregano and salt and pepper as well. And I'm just going to let this cook for the day and see how that is. I'm wearing my new t-shirt, by the way. $2.99 this cost me. Come down from, I think it was $36. Really chuffed with this. Something I need to do is drink more water. I've been terrible at drinking water, apart from with meals. That's the only time. And I'm feeling really headachy today. I haven't been sleeping very well since we've been back. I had one night of really good sleep, and I just have such busy dreams all the time. They drive me mad. But as far as jet lag goes, I think we escaped it again. It seems to really work for us to come home, shower, go straight to sleep. We did 3.5 hours this time, but we were still up by lunchtime, and then we went to bed about 11, and we've slept all the way through. We've been tired, and we haven't been getting up so early in the mornings. We've been getting up about between 7 and 8, but we're actually feeling fine in the day. So I think we did actually escape it. We used to, when the children were younger, we always used to try and stay up, and it was just awful, really awful. So this year we gave in, and we've been having a snooze, shower and a snooze, and staying up till sort of like 11ish, and it seems to be doing the trick. I think it's a lot of people say they can't do that because if they go to sleep they feel worse, and when you initially wake up you do feel awful, but again, jump in the shower and it seems to do the world of good for us. And the weight's coming off as well. We're just being really sensible, just sort of like eating light in the day. Lots of we really like Ribetas with the really sort of like, as you saw, the Philadelphia, the lightest Philadelphia, and tomatoes. Yesterday I did us a couple of crumpets and with Marmite, and we'll probably do the same today. Banana for breakfast with a coffee, and then a really yummy meal. And the one biggest thing I'm not doing is overfilling portion sizes. That's my really bad thing. I tend to quite often go back for seconds, but because I'm freezing the meals though, I'm portioning them, so I'm not wanting to go back for seconds because I want to create other meals from them. But yeah, I've lost 4 pounds this week, and it's just come off with no trouble at all. We've even had little snacks in the evening, so that's been really good. And it's not even like we've been getting out walking, because we haven't, apart from walking Poppy. She seems to have got really old since we've come back. We've really noticed it this time. She just seems really little, and she's lost quite some weight as well, and she had lost weight before we went away, so we're sort of giving her some extra meals, and we've been reading up about what older dogs, obviously she's very senior because she's coming up to 15 now in the spring. So yeah, we're changing her diet, adding in some extra bits. We're adding wet rather than she's always eaten like kibbly type things. So yeah, she's looking like a proper old lady at the moment, which is really sad to see, but I guess it's to be expected at her age. Today I want to tie up some loose ends. Really do need to finish sorting my emails out and properly catch up. I did do the trip intro last night, which I loved so much. It made Aid cry. You know what a softie he is. I sent it out to the family, and I started working on the travel day as well, which is really cool. I have an hour-long video to edit, so that's really cool, and I love doing the videos so much. Right, I'm going to get back to my emails, and I want to work in the lounge today. Oh, I placed an exciting order last night, by the way. I think that will hopefully be in the next vlog. Should be receiving something exciting in the post today though, which I really can't wait. And I want to go in the lounge and work. I really need to focus on kits, and I might even watch my first Christmas movie of the year. The casserole's been in the slow cooker for 4.5 hours. It's quite a runny one, so I'm just going to add some Lidl's Own chicken granules. These will add to the flavour and thicken it up nicely. I did say corn flour earlier on, but actually I think this kind of thing, the gravy granules are so much better. I'll add a few more. It's really richened now. The flavour, the gravy's really made a big difference. You can see the colour's more intense. Tastes delicious. I've added 2 more heaped teaspoons of the mustard, 1 of each, and I've seasoned it now as well. The veg is still quite hard, so it still needs to cook. I'm going to leave it for another hour, and I'm going to add some peas as well, some frozen peas. This one sounds nice on My 5, Channel 5, Christmas at Dollywood. We're going to give this one a go. That movie was so perfect, so lovely for a first Christmas movie. Christmas in Dollywood, I'd highly recommend it. Aid, would you recommend it?
Yeah, it was a real wholesome movie.
It was nice and wholesome. I'm going to dish up now. Let's see how this looks. Oops. Let's give it a good stir. Oh, it's got a lovely thickness to it now. We are so ready for this. There we go. And I think there's enough for a couple of dinners afterwards. It smells so good. Our exciting delivery has come.
It's here,
I've
isn't it?
waited for this all day.
And it's just come.
We have got 60 turtles.
And how many will we have to by the end of tonight?
59.
5.
Oh, I meant as in we'll eat 59.
Oh, it's just a display set. I didn't keep it like that. Don't open up.
Oh, yeah.
So look. You actually have your own store.
Oh, do you want one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to keep this up with batch cooking when I'm using like the crock pot or the skillet.
Or, I'll say slow cooker. That is the crock pot,
Because
isn't
I
it?
think
So, yeah.
my biggest problem with food is when there's a large amount there, I will go and have seconds or thirds, and then I'll start on it the next day. But this is making me think, no, I'm not going to waste the food and just eat for the sake of eating
Or
it.
you will start partway through that day if it's cooked, won't you?
Yes.
You will actually have it before dinner.
When I can smell it cooking.
You can smell it, you're hungry.
I go and get a bowl.
It's not a bad thing to eat. It's home cooked food. It's not like you're having...
No, but this way, like you said, that's a week's worth of freezer meals that I've made almost just from doing 2 bits of extra cooking.
And I found also like the portion control. We've got those, I think you mentioned, I don't know if this
Yeah,
blog
the
about the
smaller
bowls.
bowls.
It actually makes you realise the fact that you don't need to eat. Maybe eat and then see, do I still feel hungry?
And
most of the times I don't think you do.
I'm finding as well that 3 ladle worths is a good portion as well. That's working really well each. So I'm really, really pleased with that. I'm going to keep this up throughout the winter. It's a nice way of doing it. It's saving on energy, it's saving on time, and it's just a lot easier. I don't know why I haven't done it before.
I mean, yes, we've got to reheat it afterwards, but it's a lot cheaper than making
it's
another
so fast,
whole meal.
though,
That's going to be either on the pan or in the microwave.
Well, stick in the saucepan.
Yeah, saucepan on the gas for short for a few minutes, isn't it? So
let us know if you like batch cooking as well. Have a wonderful week. Thank you for watching.
thank you.
I'll catch you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.